Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lorika and I am a writer and a healer. Today I want to talk a little bit more about meditation. Last week I spoke a lot about meditation, about what it is and what it has done for me over the years. And how it's helped me deal with my adult life. Now, I think one thing that is for me that has been really quite evident is that it has helped me to be more aware in my normal life, and not just when I meditate, not just at the times when I sit down on that cushion or that pillow and I focus my thoughts on something specific, or I go into my meditation. It's actually helped me in my regular life as well, to deal with things. And earlier, or this weekend, I want to give you an example. This is what I want to talk about today, is an example of how in my life it has really helped me to deal with things that unexpectedly come my way, and help me with my thoughts. Oh my gosh, I have my seagull friend back there again. And help me focus a little bit better and deal with life better. And it came in the form of the coronavirus, right? We all have our own thoughts and feelings and beliefs and opinions about this whole coronavirus. And I don't want to talk about where it comes from or what it's doing or any of that stuff. What I want to talk about, it is just a tool that I want to use to talk about how meditation has helped me in my life. So I'm not a big news watcher or reader or follower, but some things can't be avoided. It's everywhere sometimes. So this coronavirus thing is everywhere in the news, and every time you switch on anything or you walk past the headline on a poster, it's there, it's in your face, right? So on this weekend, when I saw that a man was diagnosed with the coronavirus, and he was in Brighton, and I live in Brighton. So my first reaction was like, oh my God, oh my God, what's going on? Has it come to Brighton? Is everybody going to get it now? Are we going to have to all stay in our homes? Are like your mind, it's when it's dark outside at night, you watch the news, you start going down that rabbit hole of thoughts. Your mind just keeps on churning, and it goes for all the negative things. So that is how I traditionally as well would approach things. I would see something that shocks me and is really close to home, and then I would just go down that rabbit hole, not in a curious way, but in a destructive way. So I was going down that destructive way route, right? And suddenly, just like that, I had this in me, something just said, stop, right now, stop, that's all, I just stop. And then I remembered the video I made the week before, or earlier last week, and I talked about meditation. I'll link it below, and you might have seen it if you follow my channel. And I talked about how meditation can help you deal during tough times. And I thought to myself, wow, here's another learning curve for me, another thing that I can learn from it, another experience. And I started just asking myself questions about the feelings that I have about this about the virus, about life, about, I asked myself, what is it that you're really feeling? Is it fear? And of course I said, yes, it's fear, because that was what I was feeling. And I was like, what am I afraid of exactly? Not in vague, maybe this, maybe that, how, blah, blah. No, specific. What is it that you are afraid of, Lorica? What am I afraid of? And I'm not going to go into all the details, but I think what I'm trying to say here is that just using those techniques that I talked about in the video last week, I managed to stop myself. I started asking questions, and eventually that rabbit hole that I was falling down, I managed to grab onto a root that was hanging there, and I crawled my way up to the top, back to myself, by asking questions, honestly answering them. Some were not very pleasant, some were not very good, some were not a very good reflection on myself. Yeah, but honestly, that is all you can do. Be honest with yourself, because if you can't be honest with yourself, then you might as well not try and do the healing thing. So I asked myself the questions, the hard questions. How am I feeling about this? Why am I feeling this? What do I think would happen? And if the worst happens, what would be the result of that? And how would I feel about that? Just talk to myself in a non-attached way, and some of the answers I got made me feel a little bit like, you get that like feeling of shock, and then sit with that. I sit with that. I just think to myself, yeah, I hear you. I know it's a bit scary, but what would happen? What is the result of that? What can happen after that? Just familiarizing myself with the fear, with the ideas that I think I have in my head, and when I start delving into them without being, without that strong attachment to it, without the additional, that fear thing, it actually didn't feel so bad. Actually calmed me really down, and it something happened. It gave me compassion for the person that had been diagnosed with coronavirus. Instead of thinking, oh my gosh, somebody in my town has it, what's going to happen? I'm thinking, oh, this person is really sick now, and even though he might get the best medical care, and he has everything he needs to get better, still he must be terrified. He must feel terrible, not just sick, but also uncertain what's going to happen, and his family around him, his friends, the people he really was in close contact with, how are they feeling? They sitting waiting. Am I going to get it? Am I not? That is quite hard feelings for them. It's a tough feelings for them. So I try to use that as a way to generate compassion instead of fear inside of me. Trying to send it sounds so corny, but send love to that situation, send healing and peace, and try and integrate that into myself rather than the fear. So that is how I can say in a practical way that I have used the things that I talked about in the last video in actual real practice this weekend. And I think that, you know, it's good to be able to do that. It feels good. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy these videos, do let me know. And yeah, if you want to subscribe, I would very much appreciate that. And also, as you may know, this is my little promo, but I am on Patreon. I create monthly healing guides, and every month we take a different guide. We have, I present a guided meditation or visualization. I have a talk about the subject. So we talk about balance. This month, February, talk about self-care, mindfulness. We have 1 month. So we take one topic a month and we just go into it. We also have journal prompts for those of you who like to journal, and some activities that you can try, all based on the subject of the month. So yes, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day and evening, and lots of love and blessings to you.